Hi guys, how are you all? Hope you're okay. Quick January update I suppose. Said I'd do this all month and I've been meaning to do it and I keep forgetting, not doing it, whatever else. So, what I'm going to do is just run through the usual things, builds at the minute. The cell build, the M1A1 Abrams, if you've been following the updates and everything, is exactly the same as it has been before. The figures, I've got the base colours on, they are Master Boxes figures. I'm just going to use these two basically, that's the only two that I'm going to be using for this build. That's the puppy at the minute. The wheels are on, some have fallen off, but obviously because I need to take them off and just easier for painting and whatever else. A couple of things I'd actually forgotten about that I've noticed. The laser proof lenses are in now as well, and on the driver's hatch at the front. I forgot the optical light on the front of the machine gun at the front, so I've forgotten about that, so I'll put that on. That needs all priming, and well, I'm not going to prime it, I'm just going to go over it as it is. And all the interior is exactly the same as it is on the video, the last update on it. The tracks are as follows, basically that's it. They're an absolute nightmare, right? They fit together brilliantly. If, and I mean if, you do not use these stupid, absolutely ridiculous jigs that Ryefield put in the kits. They just do not work, full stop. Crap. So you put them on the jig, and you're supposed to be able to do so many at a time and line them up. The moment you touch the jig or you put your tweezer down to put another one of the rubber pads on, they all lot fling up in the air, so you've got to put them all back again. So I've just basically sat there while I've been watching TV and Sal's been at work and whatever else, and just basically with my fingers just clicking them all together, and that's as far as I've got. However, I have noticed I've put some on the wrong way in and that, so I am going to actually leave them because I cannot be bothered to change them all now. Now I might do when it comes round to it another time, I don't know, but I will probably change the, I mean I've only done about, it must be about up to there down, so basically there downwards are wrong, so I will put them right I think. However, they are fantastic once they're done, they're all supple and all that look, they're great, they really are, they fit together a treat, I can't knock them. But that jig, whatever you do not use it, just do them with your hands and fingers, guys, honestly, waste of time. So, the next build I haven't been doing, but I've had on the go, is the Trumpeter BMP3, the Russian version. Again, a very nice kit to be fair, very nice. A couple of fit issues. My first Trumpeter kit I've ever built. That's as far as we've got so far, but this is exactly the same as it was about a month or so ago. The interior is all done. The fit issues are basically there at the back in the thing which we know about, which I've said in the last video. And basically I've started to add the interior to the inside of the upper hull. But that is basically as far as we've got for the BMP3. So that is basically, will be finished before I do any other builds. And then the final build that I've got going on at the minute, and this is why I'm feeling a bit sort of stressed in that, but I needed something other than the Abrams to go with, because the Abrams is such a long, detailed, big build that I am a firm believer of just one kit on my bench at one time. However, my mojo is starting to swane a little bit with how detailed and how much work the Abrams is. So I've had on the go the Tiger mid-production, Tamiya's mid-production Tiger tank. So what I've done is, I've said all along though again from my last video that I just wanted it, I love German vehicles in the grey. I don't know why, it's very boring I know, but I absolutely love them. So I've done this in the grey. All the rivet counters out there, which I've had over the Abrams as well, because I've painted the interior duck egg green. Anyway, I understand they haven't been vicious or nasty or anything like that. I understand, but it's my vehicle at the end of the day, and that's how I'm going to do it. That's what I've done with this tank. However, the last few times I've had a chance to sit at the bench and model, I thought, right, because it's been all base coated down and everything, I thought, sod it this time, I'm going to do a bit of work on this and get just basically the detail painting out of the way. So, the last couple of days I've done the tracks. Now these are the tracks that you have to put together, they're not the rubber band tracks. And I was going to try a different method with these, the AK worn fluid, you know, the chipping stuff instead of the hairspray method. However, I put all that down ready and I thought, you know what, they've actually come out quite well, because I'm actually going to do white over on it. I'm going to do the white camouflage on it, because I have, you know, I've not done a vehicle properly yet, so I'm thinking I might try that. However, a lot of the detail painting's been done. The burnt iron on the fenders at the back for this, you know, for the exhaust. A lot of, like I say, the detail painting's been done. Obviously there's still a bit more that needs to be done, and the spare track links that I've had for the tracks, I've just added a couple here because I've seen a couple of research pictures, and I do actually quite like that on the front where they put a couple of the track links on there for extra protection for the driver. So I do like that. The turret I haven't done anything on yet, detail painting wise. I've just painted the gun black, so that needs to be done. The reason I just basically, and the figure that comes with it, I've done, I've just primed him with the Tamiya fine white paint. But again, not a fantastic figure, but it'll do for now. So that is it for the Tiger tank. The reason I've built this Tiger tank is I've never ever built a Tiger tank. I've never built a Sherman tank before, so obviously when after starting all the modelling again, I built a Sherman 5 months ago, I think, the Tamiya one that Stu Avery's just done on Stuart Scale Models for the M build, the exact same one, and I agree with Stu, fantastic kit, beautiful, it really is, fits together gorgeously. So I did that one, and then I thought, right, I'm going to build a Tiger, because I've got to have a Tiger in my collection of built tanks, because, you know, being an armour modeller and aircraft and stuff, you know, I want a Tiger in there. So I got a couple in my stash before I'd actually sold most of my stash out the way. So I thought, why not? So I built the, excuse me guys, the Tamiya mid-version, mid-production Tiger 1. So that's the one I built. What can I say? Lovely kit, fit together no problem, no fit issues. Tracks are a pain in the arse though. However, it's probably me that's done it, not the kit, because they're new to me. I'm used to the rubber band tracks. I will do them differently and know how to do them better next time. But again, lovely kit, typical Tamiya, fell together beautifully. However, I am now, after doing the Abrams and the Ryefield kit, how detailed and lovely that is, I now can feel myself moving as a modeller, wanting to move on a bit, and sort of thinking, right, I want a bit more of a challenge now when I'm building, and I can feel myself perhaps moving on to a dragon kit or something, so I've never built a dragon kit yet. So that's my next one, which I'll show you in a minute, because I'm going to do these monthly updates now with my current builds, shout outs, purchases, and what's possibly in the pipeline for future builds and that. However, again, going back to the Tiger, it's not done yet, but it's great, I'm enjoying it, and that's all that counts, I suppose, you're enjoying it and whatever else. So that's that. So that's where we are at the minute with the what's on my bench at the minute and my builds. Right, acquisitions. For the last few months, as guys that will be following me will know, I haven't been buying any kits or anything, because I've shredded me stash down to about 8 kits, if that now, and I did feel lost when I did it, I'll openly admit. You know, like, and I go into a couple of model shops and I think, oh god, I used to have all them, and you know, it's horrible. But you know what? Great, I needed to do it, and it's done. So anyway, however, I have this month purchased a few little bits, and here we go. So here's the first couple of bits. You've got to have thinner, and especially the X20A. My extra thin, another bottle of that. I have now got about 19 bottles of this, but again, you can never have too much of that. Just bought a couple more of the Tamiya paints this morning, funny enough. I've got the clear X22 You've got to have that. This is my track. When I do tracks, I prime them with where are we now? I always prime them with Panzer AC's track primer. I always do that. And then, as a base coat, I tend to always use Tamiya Dark Iron, which is XF84, because it's beautiful. It really is a lovely cracking kit. Excuse the dog. Without fail, I recommend that for tracks base coating every single time. And then another one that I always go to without fail is XF85, which is rubber black. Always have that in me ready to go. And again, what I've said in my previous videos, guys that follow me will know, what I do is, with the thinner, if you thin it, if you take them off as soon as they're brand new, take the top off as soon as they're brand new, and what I do is, there's a little lip just at the top there. For getting ready for airbrushing, fill the X20A up in your paint up to just where the little lip is towards the top. And then basically give it a good shake, and I always find it's perfect for airbrushing, perfect. There's no streaking, there's no nothing, it's perfect. I've always stood by that, and it's always worked. So always, that's my little tip of the day for Tamiya paints. 20 thinner in there, always works. Never gone wrong yet. And then always, I always make sure I've got quite a few of this in the stash, because number one, it's good for modern armour, but also good for your sort of latish German armour, Second World War, and it's dark yellow XF60, perfect that is for the German armour, Second World War. That's my go-to one every single time. And then khaki drab, I've had to get some of that in XF51. But again, I always usually through the airbrush use Model Air, and for my detail painting I tend to use your MIGs and your model colour for detail painting. However, that's basically it for that. And sorry guys, put you on pause 1 sec. Hi guys, sorry, back again. I messaged the missus. Again, I got rid of most of my stash, like you say, so I've barely got any figures left and stuff like that. So I found these on offer, so I've got some the Tamiya German machine gun troops. Always a bit handy to have. I'm going to actually use possibly 1 or 2 of these in a build that I'm going to be doing in the next couple of months once these builds are finished, which I'll show you in a bit. Again, always got to have a Willys Jeep. Even in my last stash I built up, I never had this actual Willys Jeep, but I've always seen it and thought, God, I can never get hold of that, and I'd love it, and I found it, so I'm quite chuffed with that. Again, that'll be good with a little diorama or just on its own or something, you know. And then this one I've got, because it's close to my heart, from Iraq and that, but also I've got an idea for a possible another group build that I might mention and thing for the future, but we'll see. But it's the Charlie 2, the Tamiya one, Challenger 2. I did have this in my last stash, however, again, very close to my heart, Iraqi vehicle, in the Iraqi war, but yeah, so I may well have a build for that coming up. And then another Tamiya, I'm afraid guys, but another cracking kit to get, just for the fact that you've got these with them as well. You've got like 3 or 4 figures for the crew, but then you've got this farmer with a sort of pulling a wine cart or a little cart with some wine bottles and everything, so for a little diorama piece it's absolutely awesome. But also, I don't know why, but I'm slowly can feel myself going on to Allied vehicles for the Second World War. I've always thought, oh, they bore me because they're just like sort of one colour, but they tend to always bore me, but I don't know, I'm just sort of finding myself swaying a little bit. But anyway, yeah, so I've got that one in for try out something, I think. And then last but not least, well, last actually for this one, but again, Motzi's Military Models is my channel, which I know, but I never seem to do aircraft, and the thing that always started me off when I was younger was aircraft. My dad coming home with the Airfix 172nd Spitfire, which I think so many of us have started and did and got us into modelling, and since then I was hooked. So I do like aircraft, I really do, and one of my kits that one of the planes I love is the Harrier, just through the history of it and how it hovers and takes off, and just how, and it's British, so you know. So I was in the shop earlier and I thought, you know what, and I want to go from, I don't mind build, I've always built 172nd, but I've never sort of built 148th, and I've always seen guys build 148th, and I've always thought, you know what, they seem miles better than 148th, because number one, they're a bit bigger, number two, you can see way more detail, and you get more of a kit as well, really. You know, even though nothing against 172nd, because I do love 172nd planes, and I will build 172nd in the future. But anyway, I found, tell me years, 148th Royal Navy Sea Harrier FRS 1. So that is going to be a build very soon, I'm thinking, and it also comes with your armour and also your pilot as well, which is quite I'm quite chuffed with. And is it the Rolls-Royce Bristol engine they have in them or something? I'm not sure, I think I might be wrong there. You wingy guys will probably tell me off for that, but yeah, so I'm thinking I quite fancy building that in a little bit of a build, so that is going to be one of my future builds this year, hopefully. So yeah, so that was the other purchase. Quite chuffed with them so far, so yeah. Shout outs, guys. I've done this update really unplanned, to be honest, guys, so I'm a bit, I haven't written anything down to remind me of anything, but basically, guys, you know, the usual guys, Paul Bretland at ISM and Lee, thank you ever so much, guys, for your usual and how you did and promoted the M build for us. That was awesome. I can't thank you enough. I don't think it would have been as popular as it would have been if it wasn't for you guys. I had you on my cutting board, guys, as usual. John Moore, without fail, you know, you and Cy Kent models and 135th diorama for Simon. He's got his other channel as well. You two guys, you know how close you are to me. I love you both very much. And Glenn Hallidan, down in Aussie land. I forgot what the country's called. It's that thing that makes crap beer and can't play rugby and cricket, you know. Think they can, but we keep beating them. Top guys and fantastic modellers, and so talented it's untrue. John has been whacking these videos out recently, and my God, they're awesome. They really are. You need to check his channel out, guys, if you haven't checked him out. As John Moore Scale Models, he's a fantastic builder, really is. And my old buddy Stu Avery with the M build, Stuart Scale Models. That M build is coming on a treat, and that really does look something awesome. Really good, Stu. You know, and such a genuine, lovely, pleasant, nice guy to listen to and watch and talk to as well. You know, really is a good guy. But yeah, Stu Avery. Bees, my old mate Bees. You've got to like love Bees. I mean, he says he can't do figures and paint figures. I'm not kidding you guys. You want to see some of his figures he's done for his diorama he's doing at the minute, and his Band of Brothers diorama. And I thought I was watching Band of Brothers for 1 minute. When the pictures come up at first, if I didn't know Bees was a modeller, I would have definitely thought that they were watching the programme and they were like stilled. You know, the Sky remote had stilled or something. They were that good. You've got to see Bees' painting figures, Bees. You really are something astonishing, really are. Glad to see Russ Gosling back as well. It's now lovely to see Russ. I like seeing Russ's builds and listening to him talk. I think he should have gone for president, him or Mike Cohen. Definitely president for the United States without fail. Even the Canadians, but still, because I think they would have run that country really well and better than Donald Trump. But yeah, and Mike's been doing the new Meng King Tiger, which I was really excited about up until I saw Mike's video and review of it. And he's you know, I like Mike because he you know, he'll tell you how it is, and that's what I like. And the same as Glockster as well. Glockster scale model Alberta, he's the same. He cuts, there's no shit basically, sorry, there's no rubbish in his videos. He tells you how it is, and that's what it should be, and I love that, I really do. And Glockster's just done another video, released another video, which I enjoyed watching this morning. That was really good, Glockster, good to see you. And JJ and the usual guys, and that, you know, thanks ever so much for all your nice messages and everything. And guys, can I ask you as well, I still don't know how to, at the bottom, put like a little link to somebody's video channel or something like that. I think I know how to add a link to one of the videos, but not the actual channel. But can I ask you to, those few of you that follow me and watch me, will you try and have a look at Adam Luscombe, or Luscombe his name is. Honestly, he's 14 years old, and he always comments on my videos, right, which is lovely, it really is. But also, you want to see, he's just released a video and of his couple of builds he's got on the go, and I think it's one of his first videos he's done, and oh my god, if I could model like that at 14 years old, I'd be rich by now, trust me, honestly. It's like Evan, Panzermeister36, another shout out there to Evan as well. Honestly, fantastic. You really are talented, these younger guys coming through. And Nuno da Costa, Nuno, my old mate from Portugal, some of his builds he swings out every day. He's just done a diorama piece of mini art, ruined sort of wall village type place, brilliant. And now he's got his studio up and running as well, fantastic. Nuno, I'm checking your videos out all the time. I don't always comment because I, you know, with that I haven't always got a chance, but you know, I do watch you make fantastic builds. And you know, the usual guys that I don't always, you know, mention all the time. You know, I do watch your videos and I do try and comment on them. Size Scale Models has just released his the video on his SIG that he's just released of the Panzer that he's just completed, which was fantastic, and he's just done a book review as well. Si, fantastic, I love that, love seeing that book, because I really wanted to look at that book as well. But that's why I think reviews are so important, because you know, you're either going to buy it, aren't you, and you're desperate to buy it, and then you see a review and you think, oh, you know what, that's crap, actually I don't want that, or it's fantastic, let's go and buy it. So, you know, that's why you want reviews. But anyway, yeah, brilliant. So that's about it for the shout outs, I think, off the top of my head this month. I'm sorry if I've missed you out, but I don't mean to, it's just that I haven't written anything down, so that's probably why. So please don't, you know, take it wrongly if I haven't mentioned you. Right, future projects, right. Now then, my next build is going to be, future project, is going to be, I think I've now decided, my very first Dragon kit, which is this. It's kit number 6494, and it's the early production Jagdpanther Aust G1 with Zimmerit. It's a lovely looking kit. It's got the DS tracks, sadly, the DS band tracks, should I say. It's all moulded gun barrels. It's not the metal, so it's got no goodies in it or anything. So, and I think it's a 2010 kit, I think. So it's fairly new, but yeah. But the Zimmerit on it is lovely, and I love these beasts, these Jagdpanthers and Jagdtigers. I love the big, you know, elephants and all that. Love them. But anyway, that's going to be my first Jagdpanther I've ever built. But that's going to be, I think, depending on how the Abrams goes and whether or not I can be arsed with doing another sort of up-to-date, you know, sort of more complicated kit, then I think it's going to be this one is next. And I would like to actually do this little diorama piece with the Kubel wagon that Stu's just done from Stu Scale Models for the M build. It looks awesome, that does. And I've got a couple of crew, but I'm thinking of the German figures I've just shown for the Tamiya kit to stick perhaps a machine gun on the back here, something in the distance. I don't know. It's just an idea anyway, but that is going to be a build, if not next, definitely this year. But what I intend to do is, is do what John does, John Moore, and I really do like that. And before I sort of got rid of all my last bits of my channel and deleted all my old videos and that, I was banging out reviews here and there and then building different types of things. Whereas I like what John does. John sort of does a review of a kit that he's about his next project, and I do quite like that, so I think I'm going to do that. So that's what I might do. So I'm going to definitely do a review of what I'm going to be building next. So just plonking and pause me, guys. Sorry guys. Yeah, so that's going to be my next build. Now, one after that is going to be one that I know John wants to do, John Moore. Now, he has built this and made an absolute fantastic job of it. Now, he has said he wants to build this again, but with the interior. Now, me and Modern Armour and all that, I love my Modern Armour, as you guys know, and I've had this in my stash for about a year now, and I've been dying to build it, and this is going to be... I was thinking of building it next after the Abrams, but because I now have this for it, the interior for this, I'm a bit iffy of sort of building, you know, 2 interiors and massive projects and all that type of thing. So what I'm thinking of doing is I'm definitely doing this sometime this year, 100%. Now what I'm going to do is because John has built this kit and reviewed it already, I'm not going to review this. However, before I build and do this project, I will be reviewing this, which is the interior for the Bradley, the kit, which is a cracking little thing. It's got its own set of instructions, you know, and everything's still in its packet. But I will be reviewing this little bit beforehand, but I will not be reviewing the main kit because John's already done that review and I don't want to take that away from John because, you know, it's not fair. Then sometime this year, I did mention to Mark O'Neill that I thought we should perhaps try and do a buddy build, or possibly with Bees as well. Bees has got the Hobby Boss kit of this one. However, I've had this in the stash for a while now, the Tiger Models RDF NAD Maxion. Now, I have done a mini review on this on my last sort of videos I've done. It is a cracking kit, guys. You get all them bits of glass for the OBS panels and OBS glasses and everything, and the photo etch. It's absolutely gorgeous kit, it really is. And the colour call-outs are for MIG as well. So, when I come round to be building this, I will do a kit review of it. But it's like the old Dragon kits, Luke. You actually get a Tiger Models card with all the goodies on it, which I think's awesome. And then you get like a proper colour call out for it as well. So I will do a proper review of this kit when it comes round to building it. So that is another project I shall be doing this year. But again, I'm thinking at this minute in time this will be one of the older sort of in the future ones, you know, because then I've got a couple that I need to finish off, and also I want to do that Harrier as well. One thing I mentioned about possibly releasing a group build, possibly, with being a veteran, shall we say, I wouldn't mind, possibly, with it being the 25-year anniversary for the first one last year, possibly doing a group build of the Gulf War. So saying, like, you know, you can build anything in that group build from the Gulf War. Now I was thinking of saying let's keep it to the second Gulf War, but I think if we say that it can be both of them, then I think it opens the sort of range of what you can build. But anything, I reckon, so your T-55s for the Iraqi tanks, your Abrams, your Tornadoes, aircraft, your Strike Eagles, your Challengers, anything like that, Bradleys, you know, I think it would be quite a good group build. So I was thinking about announcing that. However, I know that we'd obviously not get very many, because of obviously a lot of people are into their history, as in older history of Second World War and all that type of thing. So I understand that part, but I just thought for sort of the modern sort of army modelers like myself, I'm a wide range modeler, so I love any type of stuff. The Second World War, I'm not so much the First World War, however the Second World War and the Gulf War, Vietnam, Korea, you name it, I love it. So I'm just thinking it might be quite a good idea for a bit of a group build. So I might have a think and see what we can do, and I might try and release a Facebook page and try and see about that, but we'll see. As for everything else, guys, that's about it, I think. Oh, a couple more acquisitions I meant to say that I didn't sort of say. I got myself 3 brushes the other week. I got myself basically Winsor & Newton ones. I got another Skepta Gold 2 brush. I never tried these before, the Galleria ones, but they are fantastic. I would definitely buy them again. And I got a Winsor & Newton University Series one as well, which I do quite like. I think they're all very good. But they were like $3.99 each. I couldn't believe that, because some of them are like $9.99, $12.99 for a brush, and I couldn't believe it. So I was quite chuffed with that. But anyway, guys, that's about it. That's as far as I go for January's update. I hope you're all very well. I hope you're all staying safe, and I hope you're all enjoying what you're doing in your different sort of projects out there. One more shout out I do want to say is to Ted and Sharpie's models, John Sharpie and Tim Hedworth. Please check out their channels. They're both great modelers. John does a lot of everything, sci-fi and all them type of little bits. And Tim mainly does the wingy things that I'm thinking of perhaps doing one of the Harrier this year. So, but great guys, lovely to talk to. John's a bit cuckoo, but he's a great lad. But yeah, anyway, and Ivan, no, the modeller Ivan. Sorry, very kind guy, lovely guy. He's on the ISM forum on the live chat with Paul, and he's brilliant to listen to. Very knowledgeable for such a young guy, and an awesome modeller too. Anyway, guys, very long update. I know I get rattling when I do. I'm sorry, but I feel confident now. I feel I'm back on track. I feel I'm going to start getting the channel going a bit more, because now me and Sal are a lot more settled, and you know, I don't feel so embarrassed that she sees a video of me now and all this. You know, I feel a lot better, a lot more confident. So I shall start doing a bit more as I did before. You know, perhaps do the odd bit of tips and stuff like that, and start buying a little bit more now and again. However, I have sort of said that I think what I'm going to do is sort of concentrate on a project in hand instead of trying to buy such a massive stash. So what I shall do is possibly, classic example, the Challenger one. When I come to do that, I might invest the money instead of buying several different kits, is buy perhaps some Dragon figures or Master Box figures to go with it, a nice piece of wood to put it on, and some some new paints to go with it, and you know, just do things like that for the actual project in hand instead of splashing money on thousands of kits that, let's be honest guys, I mean, it's lovely having a massive stash, it really is, but I mean, I'm 35 now, am I possibly going to build in my lifetime near enough 200 kits? It ain't going to happen, is it? So, you know, but, you know, I've got nothing against guys that do, fair play, I've done it, I've been there, and to be fair, if I hadn't met Sal, I probably would still be doing it now, so, you know, but anyway, it's a hobby, it's great, I love it, and I love all you guys out there that do it. It makes it so enjoyable for me. I sit there on the bench, sitting here doing a bit of modelling with YouTube on, watching all you guys. I couldn't be happier. It's great. It's in my own little world. Sal's at work or out doing what she wants to do, so it's not a problem, you know. So anyway, guys, hope you're all very well. Hope you all stay safe. Keep your modelling going. If you like, subscribe. If not, then fair play. I'm not for everybody. In fact, I'm not for a lot of people, which I totally understand, you know. But there you go. All stay safe. Have a great rest of January and the rest of the M group build. I will release a video soon, coming up to the end of that. Stay safe, and may the force be with you.